Solo artist since I was 4 years old.
She's Grammy Award winner Gladys Knight, and she's performing her biggest hits. And she's singing hits from her favorite performers.
Ain't nobody worried. I'm so glad I got to know those people.
And you will get to know the legendary singer Gladys Knight on today's Les Brown Show. I'd like to introduce to you one of the greatest voices of our times, Miss Gladys Knight.
L.A. proved too much for the man. Too much for the man. He couldn't take it, so he's leaving the life he's come to know. Ooh, he said he's going back to find, going back to find. Ooh, what's left of his world? Yeah, the world he left behind. Yeah, not so long ago. He's leaving. Oh, that midnight train to Georgia. Leaving on the midnight train. Yeah. Oh, y'all. Said he's going back to find. To a simpler place and time. Whenever he takes that, oh, yes, he is. This is gonna be right by his side. And I'll be with him. I know you will. Oh, that midnight train to Georgia. Leaving on the midnight train to Georgia. Ooh, I'd rather live in his world. Living his world. Without him in mind. He kept dreaming. Ooh, that someday he'll be a star, a superstar. But he didn't get far. But he sure found out the hard way that dreams don't always come true. Oh, no. So he burned all his hopes. That he even sold his own car, yeah. For a one-way ticket back to the life he once knew. Oh, yes, he did. He said he would. Oh, he's leaving. Oh, that midnight train to Georgia. Leaving on the midnight train. Yeah. Oh, y'all. Said he's going back to find. Going back to find. Simpler place and time. Oh, yes, he is. He said he would. Got to be with him. I know you will. Oh, that midnight train. Leaving on the midnight train to Georgia. I'd rather live in his world. Living in the world without him. In my world is his. Yeah. For love. Gonna board the midnight train to go. For love. Gonna board the midnight train to go. For love. Gonna board the midnight train to go. For love. Gonna board the midnight train to go. For love. Gonna board the midnight train to go. For love. Gonna board the midnight train to go. For love. Gonna board.
Miss Gladys Knight, we'll be back with a special hour of Gladys Knight right after these words.
This is a real treat for me as mayor of your hometown, Atlanta, Georgia, to be able to tell you how proud we are of you. As you know, Atlanta is the hometown of the American dream, and if ever anybody personified achieving that American dream, it is you. We're proud of you, we love you, and Atlanta's always going to be here for you.
Today, we've got a special guest, Miss Gladys Knight. And may I also add, for those who do not know, that she's very special to me personally. In fact, she's the love of my life. I'm very glad to have you on the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yes. Tell us, what have you been up to with your life? What have you been doing?
Oh, trying to keep you happy. Working very hard. I don't say tour because when you say tour, people get a vision that it's a block of time that you just go out and do, and I work year-round. So I'm still working very hard, and I'm doing a new album.
Yes.
Right now.
What's the name of your new album?
It's called Just For You. Yeah.
When will this new album be out?
The end of January, late January, we're looking for it to come out. We were hoping we would get it out before then, but we wanted it to be just right, just for you. So we're taking our time and we're going back and we're doing things like we did them long time ago, you know, and choosing the material and listening for that right lyric and not worrying about what's on the charts, because I don't want to compete. I'm me. I'm just going to do my music.
Very good. Now, you did a duet recently with Elton John. Tell us about that.
Oh, that was fun. He's a crazy man, you know.
All right.
Elton John, he is wonderful. He really is. He's in Atlanta, my hometown now. He's a visitor, but he lives there. Okay. And we got a call from Elton that he wanted to do this duet with me, and Stevie is producing it. So I flew down to Atlanta, and we did this wonderful song, and Stevie produced it, and I think it's going to be on Elton's album first, and hopefully it'll be on ours too. So we'll see.
Now, you've established yourself as a soloist. Has that been difficult for you?
Well, you know, when I first started doing things on my own, people kind of got the impression that, well, she's been with these guys and they made her what she is, and now she's getting grand and she's going to do her own thing, okay? But I've been a solo artist since I was 4 years old, and I didn't join the Pips until I was 8. And we did our stint, and then I had another solo segment in the middle of all of that, when the Pips did their own thing and I did my own thing. So it's not a new thing for me, and we just decided it's time to grow a little bit. You've been so wonderful to us that you've supported us right into gold records and right into platinum records and awards of every kind. So we need to grow, and there's some things that I wanted to do that you can't do as a group of people. I needed to step out, I needed to write, I needed to do this. So here I am, Donna.
Hi, I just have a comment. I just remember growing up with you on all the variety shows,
Yes.
and I loved you with the Pips. You
Thank
made my growing up years absolutely phenomenal. I am so thrilled to be here tonight,
that's
Celeste.
great.
I'm looking forward to your new album and to a lot more success and to great happiness to you and Les.
Oh, thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you.
Hi, Gladys.
Hi.
I just wanted to ask you, did you ever fantasize about Gladys? And like when you know, listening to her music and wonder if, you know, I mean, ever think in your wildest dreams that you'd be marrying her?
I do believe in living your dreams, you know. when you're singing and you're out there, are you ever nervous when you go out there? You know, you've been doing it a long time, but still, is nervousness still a part of it for you?
No, I'm not nervous per se. There's a certain edge that you have. The adrenaline gets to going, and that's the good part of it. I'm not afraid of what's going to happen or afraid of you, but I feel like when you lose that little edge, it's time to get out of the business, because then it doesn't matter to you anymore. You know, so I try to keep that little edge. Okay, here we go. You know, that kind of thing, you know? So to that degree, yes.
Hi, Gladys.
Hi, Barbara.
How are you?
I'm fine, girl.
In all the years of your stunning career, what do you think is your greatest accomplishment?
Oh, my goodness. I don't think, you mean business-wise, right? I'm sure that's what you meant.
In your
because my greatest accomplishments may not have been part of the business. You know, it was about having children and being a mom, and hopefully I'm going to be the best wife that there ever was when the time
Well, you know
comes
you will
around.
be that.
So, I mean, that's what I look at as being most important.
Which I guess she means musically?
Yes, musically. Do you feel that there's more for you to achieve musically?
Oh, definitely.
And if so, what?
Definitely. Well, I really want to move into the dramatic arena. I want to do a play. You know, I really want to do a play. Yeah.
Good. Listen, I've got a lot more surprises for you when we come back. Thank you. We're back with my favorite singer, Miss Gladys Knight. We wanted to find out more about your roots, so we went down to Atlanta, Georgia, your hometown, and talked to a few old friends.
This is the Mount Moriah Baptist Church, 200 Ashby Street, Southwest Atlanta, Georgia. This is where Gladys Knight was reared in the church. And I can remember at the age of 4 and 5, she would be presented in recitals. She was a beautiful little girl, serious mind girl, like a grown-up. The main song that I will always remember was when she would sing, "You Never Walk Alone." When we saw Gladys on the Ted Mack Hour, we were so happy because I think she was around 7 years old then. So it was such a happy time.
Gladys and I attended Archer High School right here in Atlanta, Georgia. We were a part of a group that was called the Big Five. That was Gladys, Connie, Melvin, Edith, and I. We participated in basketball, cheering. We were also on the track team. Gladys was on the cheering squad, but we would always encourage her to do the jumps and the splits and the turns and let us do the cheering because we wanted her to save her voice for singing. There were quite a few guys in our senior class who really had it for Gladys. One of the guys was real excited because Gladys had invited him to some affair we were having here at the school. As he went to pick her up, he had another date in the car with him. And of course, that was a discrepancy as to who was going to ride in front. But Gladys did win out. She did ride in front.
This is the historic Royal Peacock on historic Auburn Avenue. The Peacock was the club, the place to see rhythm and blues, the top rhythm and blues artists back in the 50s, probably before then in the 60s. Some of the acts I saw here were Sam Cooke, Jackie Wilson, Gladys Knight and the Pips, Four Tops, The Temptations. Fans always look for Gladys to have on an elegant gown and for the guys to have on suits and outfits that complemented her gown. So in addition to the good singing, the choreography, they always dressed the part too. When you came up those stairs and you was seated, whatever act was playing, it was a different place. It was like a fantasy, and especially when Gladys worked, because as I said, she works so hard and she always involves the audience. She's a legend, and I say that because I love her, but I also say it because it's true.
We're talking about your background. Tell us about your parents.
Oh, they were wonderful. They weren't typical show business, but they were nothing to their children to keep them busy. They believed that idle minds were the devil's workshop. They're from the old school. So it wasn't about grooming us for show business. It was about keeping us busy. And if they saw special talent in any of their children, they tried to cultivate that. And with me, I guess it was singing, because at 4, I had no idea that I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to play with my mud pies. Okay? And so my mom was the aggressive one, I think, and my dad really didn't want me to sing. And they had a few rows about that, and my mom said, oh, she's gonna sing. And my dad said, yeah, in church on Sunday. But anyway, one thing led to another, and my mom was aggressive enough to write to Ted Max and to deal with other schools in the city, like Morris Brown College, where Mrs. Ruth Hall Hodges became my mentor in that and presented me in recitals and so forth, and the rest is kind of history.
Now, you just had an exciting experience last week singing at the White House. Tell us about
it. Oh, man, that was fun. I had gotten a call from my son, Jimmy, who's my manager, and he said, Mom, we have one of those last-minute things going here, but I think it would be good if you could work it out in your schedule to do it. We got a call from the White House, and they want you to come down and do Hillary's birthday, surprise birthday party, right? And sing happy birthday to her. She said that you were her favorite artist, and they're trying to get all of her favorite people together to come and participate. So I said, oh, I would love to, but I'm recording right now, and this, that, and the other, and if we can work it out, we'll see what we can do. They were supposed to call me back by 11 the next day, and they didn't. So I made other arrangements because I had guests in town to go see Luther. Hey, let me go see Luther. So, anyway, they didn't call me back in time, so I made other plans. And then I got a call from my daughter, who is the executive administrator for my company, and said, Mom, because I had told them that it was kind of late and I had made other plans and I wasn't going to go. So my daughter called and said, Mom, we just got a call from the man himself. I said, what? They said, yes, he and his executive called, and they said they would be very disappointed if you couldn't come, though they understand the circumstances. So it was also a costume ball, and I wasn't prepared to go for the costume. So I said, okay, if we can work it out for that, we'll go. I went, and I was so happy that I went because I found out something that I was kind of suspicious of anyway, in that they're the same people that I met before they got to the White House. And that was really important to me. I had met President Clinton when he was governor, just becoming governor. And I told him a story about us coming to Little Rock the first time, and they ran us out of town. So, I said, and hey, you know, we did 2 shows for y'all that day, and y'all wouldn't let us stay in town. He said, but it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I said, okay, so we forgive you for that, all right? But he was just as warm, and she was just as warm. We had so much fun, and they just wrapped their arms around me, and I was so glad that I went. I really was.
Yeah, very good. Another song from the lovely Gladys Knight when we come back after these words.
Can I get a favor from y'all? They asked me if I would say a little 15-second hello Gladys type of thing, you know, so that we could surprise her on the show. And we want to just film it. Would y'all mind joining in, and on the count of 3 we could say, we love you, Gladys? Gladys, congratulations on so many years of success and beautiful music, and we do love you. And I want to say on behalf of everyone here, and I want everyone here to help me say 1, 2, 3, we love you, Gladys! Train to Georgia.
The show Pharrell, And I'd like to thank you for cutting some blazing trails for a whole lot of us, as quiet as it's kept. Thank you, and God bless and keep you always.
We're back with our special tribute to Gladys Knight, and we just heard a testimony from Rochelle Farrell, who's an up-and-coming singer. Now, you've inspired many young singers like Rochelle Farrell. Tell us some of the special people that have inspired you, and I want to throw some names out. One of my favorites, Otis Redding.
Oh, yeah. Otis was another kind of performer, you see, because he was country. You know, I mean, as a person. He was so down to earth, but when he hit the stage, it was another kind of thing, and I like that. I liked that about him. It touched something in me, you know. Plus, he had his own way. When you heard a song about Otis, didn't you know it was Otis? See, that's what I like. Play and sing. Oh, you may get weary. Some girls, they do get weary. But when he gets weary, try a little tenderness. Ooh, you know about that, don't you, baby? Yeah. And then, Otis didn't never know when to quit either. He said, 1,000 times I love you. 2,000. Otis got up to 10,000 times one night.
I'm always asking her about entertainers, and you used to live in Detroit, and,
yes.
and you had the blazing Motown days.
Yes.
But there are certain entertainers like Otis, like James Brown, and that love to come up on stage and perform. And I remember you telling me the experience that you had in Detroit, where you lived for many years. And David Ruffin, tell us about that.
David was a killer, I'll tell you. But he was like a lot of other artists, as you were saying. But we had a song in common called "I Wish It Would Rain," and whenever David came somewhere that we were performing that song, for some reason, he felt like he was supposed to help us. I remember this one night, we were playing this local club called the Vertigo West in Detroit, and actually it was raining that night. And this wasn't one of our elite clubs, you may say, you know, so it was actually raining in the club. So we on stage, we working it out. I had told the guys, I said, I don't think we should sing this song tonight, you know? But we went on and did it, and who walks in the door? Song goes, and it said, sunshine, blue skies, please go away. My love has found another and gone away. With him, with my future, my life is filled with gloom. Day after day, I stay locked up in my room. I know to you, it might sound strange, but I wish it would rain. Let it rain, rain, rain. By that time, the rain just started coming down, and here come David. Hey! David Ruffin. It was really something.
I was really intrigued, all the stories you've told me about the tremendous help and support that you got from Jackie Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Jackie was another very, very special man. To me, he was Mr. Entertainment. I'm so glad I got to know those people, that I was a part of that time, because we had camaraderie then. You know, we helped each other. We learned from each other. We networked in those days. And actually, Jackie lived down the street from me in Detroit. And I remember the first tour that we did was with Jackie Wilson and Sam Cooke. And we had gone all across the country, and we had really gotten settled into the tour, and we were playing our hometown, Atlanta, Georgia. And everybody had special ways. It was a big show, too. Everybody had special ways they were going to come on that night. all right? Joe Tex was gonna ride a horse, a white horse out on the field, right? And James Brown was coming in, jumping out of a helicopter. True story here. All right? So everybody had all these bad ways. We're gonna kill tonight, right? So we the opening act, right, at home. It's hard to work at home. So Jackie called us down that night. He said, y'all come here, baby, come here. I said, what is it? He said, y'all gonna come on tonight, very specially also, all right? This is what I want you to do. I want you to take my white Cadillac, which he owned at the time, and I want y'all to get in there. I want you to ride out on the field, and then let your music start playing, and on cue, all of the doors open at one time, and y'all get out, right? Well, we did that, and we tore the house up, and we thank Jackie to this day for that grand opening and getting over at home. It was wonderful. It was wonderful.
One of my favorites by Jackie Wilson was Lonely Teardrops, but you have another favorite that you love by Jackie. I'd like you to do a little bit of that.
Yeah, this was one of the first, I think it was the first song that he did. And it really showed Jackie's vocal talents. And he said, someone to care, someone to share, lonely hours and moments of despair. To be loved, to be loved. Oh, what a feeling to be loved. Jackie Wilson, oh, he was singing, honey. He was singing. Yep, he was singing.
I know in performing you have some unusual things happen to you, and I want you to tell us one of the funniest things that ever happened to you as a performer.
Oh, funny things. Oh, funny things. It's been quite a few. I can't think of a funny thing.
What about that lady who asked you to do a song that time, and it was...
Oh, this lady.
Listen to this. I tell you what. I tell you what. Hold a minute.
Okay.
We're gonna come back and do this. We gotta take a break.
I want to tell it.
No, we're gonna do it.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and tell it.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead and tell it. Do it now. I don't want to take a break. We're gonna do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Yeah. This is my show. You can do it.
See, okay. Well, this lady, you know, all the music today is like kind of being redone and redone. And all the young people think that everything is theirs. But they don't know ain't none of it theirs. We've been there before, okay? The dances, the music, the everything, right? So we're doing this engagement down in Atlantic City, and this young lady jumps up. We had done everything, all the hits and the requests and everything. And this little lady jumped up and she said, you didn't sing my song. I said, what? She said, it ain't one of yours. I said, well, that's all right. I said, we aim to please. What do you want us to do? New song by BB and CeCe Winans. I'll take you there. Well, I could have fell out. And I wanted to tell her, but I didn't want to break her face. That there wasn't no new song. You know, it was an old song. And it was done by some good friends of mine, the Staple Singers. You remember that song? Yes. And it said, I know a place. Remember this? Ain't nobody crying. Ain't nobody worried. Ain't no smiling faces. Lying to the races. Oh, y'all know it, huh? Oh, yeah. I remember Mavis said, help me. That girl was deep. She was deep. She said, help me, somebody. I'll take you there. Hey, hey, come on, morning, help me, somebody. I'll take you there. Hey, 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 help me, y'all. Then Pop Staples said, I know a place. Ain't nobody crying. Ain't nobody crying. Ain't nobody worried. Ain't no smiling faces. Lying to the rain. They had a part for you.
back with one of the Pips right after these words. We're back with my special guest, Gladys Knight.
Hi, Gladys, and thank you for being such a classy entertainer. Has that classiness ever been challenged, especially with the young women coming up today and maybe using a little bit more of their sexuality to sell music?
Yeah, to a degree, but no. I mean, I've not felt like I needed to compete in that. Matter of fact, sometimes I felt like I wanted to get to the young ladies and tell them to put on some clothes, you know? It just leads to other things, and if the talent is really there, it'll shine through without your body being all uncovered, you know, and everything. So.
Hi, Gladys.
Hi.
We want to know over here how you and Les met, how you fell in love, and when are you getting married?
That's great. Listen. Tell my, they want to know over here. Well, let me say this right now. This man, and I'm going to make it as short as I can, but it is a wonderful story, and it's a long story, but I'll try to make it short. This man, since we first met, Les Brown, we fell in love right away, all right? And we knew it was a special kind of coming together. There was something spiritual about our coming together. And since the beginning, he has been telling the world about our love and our relationship. And a lot of people had questions about that, about his motives or about whatever. And I was a little uncomfortable with it because, as you probably know, I'm a private person. I've never had my personal life out in the public so much as it is now. But on the other side of that coin, I felt kind of proud that I had come together with a man that wanted to express to the world that he loved me. Because most men today want to keep that a secret because it messes with their actions. Okay? So, you know, but here he was all over the place, and even coming on the show today, I said, well, how do we deal with this? I know people are gonna want to know and that kind of thing, but I felt this way about it after I thought about it. We have so many negatives in our world today, and the media and everybody is so apt and quick to jump on the negative. If we were getting divorced, it would be all over the place. That's the only kind of press as far as my personal life that I've ever had. And the support that we've gotten from everybody all over the country, all over the world, has been phenomenal, saying, hey, go for it, you guys, we love you. And Les and I both thank you for that, because it doesn't happen today. People need to see fairy tales like ours out there today. Okay?
Right now, I want to bring out a man who's been there all alone. He was one of the Pips, and he's Gladys's brother. Please welcome Merle Bubba Knight, Jr. Hello. You look great. I like to call him Uncle Bubba.
What's up, Steve?
What's up?
How you doing, baby?
He's clean,
Bye.
too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took a shower, too, man. Smell good, man.
Let me ask you, are you and Gladys closer than most brothers and sisters?
I think so. We have a special kind of relationship. We talk about every and anything. And that's what makes our relationship special, in my opinion.
Yeah, it gets kind of scary sometimes, too, because we think so much alike that if he starts a sentence, I can finish it. If I start a sentence, he can finish it. And when we were younger, we used to ask our parents if we were twins, and they didn't tell us, you know, and because they didn't tell us, we thought that they had our real parents tied up in the closet.
Right. So we went to look.
We went to look.
And we didn't find anybody, so we said, well, maybe that ain't what's happening.
Well, look here. We're going to take time out for a break because y'all are weird right after these words. A tribute to Gladys Knight, the woman, and her music.
Yes, Miss Knight, I feel so honored being in the same room with you. It's like you're a legend in your own time, and I feel great. I just want to let you know that.
Hi, Gladys. I love your music.
Thank you.
My question is, what is the main staple in your life that has kept you going all this time?
I'd have to give that honor to God. We don't talk about this much because people have their own things about spirituality and that kind of thing. A lot of people feel uncomfortable with it, but I have no problem talking about it because I'm glad about it, okay? He's brought me through.
When you were first starting out, what was your biggest challenge and how did you manage to overcome it?
I think it was the kind of world that we were thrust into. Okay, I was only 8 years old when I started on the road with these guys. And I think what got us through was the fact that we had that family background. We were told, I mean, as far as drugs were concerned, we didn't mess with it because we were scared to death. They told us drugs would kill you. We believed it because we had that kind of respect for our parents. But we were faced with it, okay? And just to hold true to that through it, I think that was a big challenge for all of us. And we were unchaperoned. Our parents believed in us enough to let us go out in that thing with no chaperone, which was quite an honor to us. And so we just kind of tried to stand tall and, you know, keep going through.
Bubba, you know, as one of the Pips during that time, you'll just treat us, give us one of those moves. Can you still do it? We'll be back with more right after these words. Special tribute to a very special lady, Gladys Knight. And I'd like for her to sing my special song, If I Were Your Woman.
You were my man, you'd have no other woman, you'd be weak as a lamb. If you had the strength to walk out that door, my love would overrule my sins, and I'd call you back for more. If I were your woman, if you were my woman, if I were your woman, if you were my woman, you were my man. Tears you down, darling. Said you're nothing at all. Nothing at all. But I'll pick you up, darling. Pick you up when you fall. When she lets you fall. You're like a diamond, shining, but she treats you like glass. Yet you beg her to love you, but me you don't ask. If I were your woman, if you were my woman. What would you do? What would you do? I'd never, never, never stop loving you. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, life is so crazy and love is unkind because she came first, darling. But I'm too afraid to show it. If I were your woman, you were my woman. You were my woman. If I were your woman, if you were my woman, what would you
We'll be back with more after these words. We've been paying a special tribute to a special person, Gladys Knight, and it's heartwarming to know that someone that I love and care about is loved and admired by so many. I've admired her artistry long before I knew her, and I've always admired her persistence, her warmth, her faith, and her determination, and her class, and that's uncommon today. And I hope that she continues to do what she's doing. And one of the things that I think that we can look at, that she serves as an example that we can all live our dreams and don't lose who we are. I'd like to thank you all very much. Thank Gladys. This is Mr. Mamie Brown's baby boy, Leslie Calvin Brown, saying, I'll see you next time.